Today, I'm not going to be doing puzzles like I normally do. I'm going to be doing games, well, my games. The reason is because I'm doing the Division League, and I finally got into championship last week, and it's getting a little rough, and they're kind of catching up a bit. And I don't want to do puzzles and end up, well, I don't want to end up doing puzzles and for a whole hour and have them slowly start catching up. So I'm just gonna be doing games, and I figured if I'm gonna be doing games, I might as well stream them. I don't want to just do nothing for the group, so I'm gonna be doing this. If you hear any music in the background, I'm not playing it. Um, it's really low, so I can almost not hear it at all. So maybe I'm assuming you guys can't hear it either. And give me 1 second while I get this situated. 1 second. Oh, 1 second here. Okay, I am now ready. I'm gonna start my games now. So, all right, 10-minute games, by the way. So I have like a little bit of time for explanation. Okay, the arrows work perfect. I always play e4, knight f3. It's my normal openings. Bishop c4. I never played bishop c. I never learned a bishop b5 lines. Okay, I like the Evans gambit, so I'm gonna go ahead with that. It's my normal opening. So, all right. This is the part of it. This is very passive. I don't like it too much, but I just normally just go ahead and go to the center. I usually after they take, and then I usually castle usually after that. If I take now, they can go bishop to b4, and then I have to block it. And I forget which one it was, but I didn't really like it too much, so I just forgot which one it was because I don't play it. So no point in remembering moves that I don't really play. I just didn't like it. Just because the extra trades, and I want to keep all my pieces on the board if I'm going to be playing a gambit, if I can. This move I didn't like because he just blocked in his own bishop, and normally I can go here if I can kick the bishop off to a5 or to c6, but he's over on e7, so my bishop would never go here anyways. So this usually helps block in the bishop when his bishop is on one of these two squares. So, which is not the case. I'm gonna if I take and he goes in here and I move up and he takes, maybe that's the point, because if I take back he can try to trade queens. Maybe he's thinking about doing something like that. But if I go right here first, I can hit the f7 pawn. That looks like it can be good. If I go here and hit the f7 pawn, let's say he goes knight a5, attacking both pieces. I can call it check, have him move over, and then me call it check this with the queen, because I'll be hitting the knight. And if he takes, I can take the knight. And if he doesn't take and moves over, I can move my bishop back. So, yeah, I'm going to go with that. This kind of stops my normal capture and push. It's a little different setup. Like I said, I never really see people do these two things right here. Okay, he's trying to But if I take, he takes, and I take. Um, if I take, he takes, I take. I'm not entirely sure if this would be good for me or not. But if I don't take it, if I don't do anything, that'd be bad for me. So I'm just gonna go ahead with it. I don't like it too much because I sacrifice pawns for initiative, and I don't like the idea of losing the initiative. But if I take here, and the king takes it, and I take this here, um, I will be winning my pawn back, and I guess that's okay. I like more of an attack with this opening, but I don't think this is actually that bad. I have more of a center control. His king's out in the center. He can't castle. Um, I can open things up a little bit, and we're even in pawns. So I think I have a slight positional advantage. Maybe nothing too serious. Okay. Um, this bishop doesn't have any good squares that I can see right now. The knight can't go here. So I might want to go here, which means I want the bishop to move first. I'm not entirely sure what's better. If I go here and he takes, I can take his bishop, but then he can kick my knight first. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure. Here. I don't make a bad move in the opening, so I don't mind taking my time. I think I like this better because I need to get my knight out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. If I call check now and he takes it and I take it, we would trade everything. I don't know, it seems a bit drawish, but it's whatever. I guess I can do that. That's what he wants. All right. Now I gotta know the bishop, so I gotta worry about diagonals. So moving the f pawn is I don't gotta worry about it. Normally, with the queen or bishop, you have to worry about like checks coming in and forcing the king to move and possible back rank mates if there's a combination. But without the bishops, I don't gotta worry about it. Yeah, usually it's bad with the f pawn with the bishops on the board. Um, I guess I can defend the way I planned. You can't try to create problems for my king, so mm, I guess this is okay. Yeah, I didn't really feel like pinning the knight, but he gave me this square right here. It won't be attacked at all by a pawn now, so I might as well take that square. This is important because in here, the knight has, if when the knight comes here, he can attack all these squares right here. So it's a lot of control. Trying to think as logical as possible. I'm not used to these boring positions playing the Evans Gambit, so I'm used to boring positions playing other openings, but not the Evans. So it's a little weird, but I accept it. Let's open this up for my rook. That's perfect. He's gonna probably defend, which that means I can bring this pawn in. He does have this move here to defend it. That works too. You see something? Because he can move to a light square to take a dark square. I'll keep it on a light square just to prevent an extra attack with tempo. So like I don't have to forcefully move him again. Yeah, like that. If I take, he can take back, and you have two pawns, and then I have to rush over and defend, and that can be a hassle. I don't want that. I want to keep his pawns separated. So that trade will only benefit him positionally, so I won't do it. I'm rook here. He also can come here, dark square. So I gotta make sure whenever I put my rooks on the same color, I gotta be mindful of his knight at all times. So, like right now, if I go here now, he can come here, and then I lose a rook. Let's see here. Let's see here. No, he'll just take it. That's just not entirely sure how to break through. If I go here, I don't have to worry about a fork, different color. Leave my knight over and maybe trying to come in somehow, but his rook is here defending as well, so I might need to bring my rook over first before trying that, just to pile up. But he can defend, but I don't think he has enough time to defend everything. So if I go here, he can. Okay, that's fine. Before I move it, if I go here, he has a fork hitting everything. So I want to keep it on this file, but I really can't. Go back. I hit this. He still has this, but he can't do it yet because his rook nothing's defending it. So may end up blocking off this. His rook might go back. And I can go here. Not sure what he's gonna do. Then I can come up. And the difference is that if he goes here, I can take it now with my knight because my rook has it pinned. It wasn't pinned last time. So, if I go here now, he can just take it this way. That's fine though. I think it's fine because I can come up and take here. Yeah, that's really drawish. I was trying to look for an attack, but I'm losing time looking for attack. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just draw it out, I guess. Make it a draw. Unless he somehow blunders. like really horribly, this is going to be a draw. I'm attacking his pawns. I can. That's a blunder. That's a blunder. So I can pre-move this. Alright. Yeah, that was a draw unless he blunders, so that was pretty cool. A little rough. When you see how many mistakes it says, I'm not gonna do analysis because it posts up another tab, and I have this tab sharing screen sharing, not the new one. And I learned that last time. Kind of, I was trying to explain things from another tab, and I thought it was sharing the screen. All right, it's not too bad. All right. Normally this is the Caracan. In the Caracan, I like to play this is the main line, but I like playing F3. Make it similar to the Blackmar Dasimir Gambit, and if he takes, I take up the knight, and I'm more developed, but I also give a pawn for it. Here, I like to try to attack this pawn, this weak. The best thing to do is this, and most people play it, by the way. That's bad. I can take it, and if he takes here, I can call it check, and then taking his bishop. So that's a simple tactic. And even if he goes here, I still can call it check and take his bishop. I have no problem pre-moving it. Oh, it wasn't that bad. I just want my piece back. Um, but all right, that works. Let's go ahead. I'm getting white over and over again. Um, that's the Caracan. So the same thing. Hopefully he doesn't make the same blunder. I mean, it'd be nice to win, but I don't like winning that fast. If he takes, all right. I think the main line for me is taking with my knight this way instead of f3, but I play knight f3. This is the main line is taking back this way. Here I can just move the pawn up. If he goes back, I'm just gonna mash him with the pawns. Okay. Here, if I take with my queen, he can take. If I attack it and he moves over, I don't have much going on because his pawn's here. I can't like in the normal lines of the black mar. I can't really do because his pawn's up here already. So I would prefer taking this way and leaving it like this and castling queenside. That's pretty much like defend the pawn, bring the queen up, bring the bishop out somewhere, castle, get the rook over here, attacking here. I'm not worried about him castling queenside because he already moved his pawn and this pawn's gone. So not really a concern of mine. He has like almost no squares to go to. I mean, he can go here, but he really can't go here. So it's not a concern. And if he goes here, I'll just take it and trade and move up and then castle. Whew. Okay. That doesn't stop anything. I can keep my plan going. My plan is move up and castle. I can eventually start pushing his pawn, eventually, and using my bishop to help. One of these two squares is fine. I don't like this right here, so it's a very good possible chance that I'm just going to go here instead. I mean, I can even go here if I'm going to move this pawn up and push this way too. It all really just depends on what I notice in his structure. Okay, so if I move up, I'll be attacking his queen and one of his pawns. But even if I do that and I take it, he takes back. Nothing's going to happen. But if I'm a bishop here first and then do this, and I take and he takes, I will win an extra pawn, and his king will be pretty exposed. So I'm going to move this first here. I wasn't sure where I wanted the bishop, but once he made the queen move and I seen the threat, I figured I can combine it with another idea, like where I wanted my bishop to begin with. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't change anything because if I move up and he takes my knight, I can take his bishop, and this will still be hitting his queen. So it's all the same. I can take, and if he takes back, ooh, if I take, he can just take my bishop. But then I can take his knight, and he can move over. I can call check. He has no good way to defend, but he can actually bring his knight back. But it's not a good one because I can maybe pile up, maybe. So yeah, this is fine. I accept it. It's fine for me. And if he takes with the queen, then I can just, yeah, I'll continue. If he takes my bishop, I can just take his knight, and he's completely open. So yeah, that's perfectly fine for me. All right. Well, I say he couldn't take because this nice. Trying to think, how do I continue attacking? I wanted my knight, but the queen is hitting the square, so I gotta move my king over first. So I'm gonna do that, and then get ready for my knight to get some mobility in. That works too. If I take, and I say he takes, I can take, and I will win a pawn, and maybe bring my other rook in at some point. So I'm okay with this. I think it's perfectly fine. I lose a little bit of attack, but I gain a pawn. So, and his rooks can't go here. He may go here and try to come in. I want to attack it, but I'm not. I want to put a wedge first before I attack that pawn. So it's a queen. If I my rook over, it wouldn't be good. He would just trade everything, and he would take my. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. I'm gonna block his king off from moving forward, and also making a wedge so I can go ahead and start when I need to. The king I can just push away. I'm not worried about it. He was planning on taking, but he can't even take it. He has to move away. So this doesn't, yeah, doesn't do anything. Um, Trying to think about how to restrict him more to prevent him from moving. Um, I can work up, but if I gotta always worry about back rank mate, if I do that, I think it's okay. If I take now, he'll take. Okay, he takes with that. See, if I move up one and he goes down, I can't take it because that'll be back rank mate. If I go up and he, oops, that was a mistake. I meant to do the arrow. That's okay. I'm glad he didn't see it. Um, let's see here. I'm gonna move my pawn up to give my king some room. And go around and attack this pawn. If I go here, he goes down. I can go here to, or maybe over here. I like the idea of actually being over here. Because when he goes down, and I go here, when I go up, okay, he's trying to take my pawn. He really can't. So, like, he's trying to right now, but he really can't. So it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna start marching my pawns up and make a queen. Now he wants to go here. If he does, he can take my pawn. So I'm gonna move my rook up to prevent that. Yeah, because if he moves here, then he has enough pieces to take my pawn. Okay. If I take now, he will have enough pieces to take my pawn. So I'm gonna move back. And if he moves the king over, he don't have his rook, so he also doesn't have enough pieces again. So and now I prevent it. This is not good because he might try to do repetitive. Ugh, what to do? Back, back, getting ready to come in. So we have another move. I need to find another move because if I, the reason is that I'm trying to prevent him king from coming up here. That's why I'm moving my rook here, but he's forced me to move it away. And if he gets the king here, he can get my pawn. So my question is, if I go here and he goes back, yeah, I'm just gonna push this pawn here and try to force something. And if he ignores it and moves the king up, I'll just take, and then we can do the exchange. So, all right. Well, that exchange works fine too. You can take my pawn, I take yours. He had drawing chances. He should have took it because I'm still up a pawn, and I'm still kind of winning. It's not like an easy win. All right. Same thing again. He can't really attack this twice because it's defended properly. I'm blocking off his squares for his rook and his king to attack the pawn. So, yeah. Now, I can't defend this pawn and this diagonal at the same time for my king, so I'm going to have a little bit of trouble with this. I can't actually call a check and take his pawn. I made a mistake. He blocked it? Yeah, I made a mistake. I can go here to attack both of these pawns. And if he... Yeah, I'm going to do that. If he takes this one, I'll take this one. Because it's going to... If he takes this and I go this way, he's just going to have a pass pawn, and I'm going to have a hard time defending it. And I don't want to do that. Okay. If his rook here, then I can move up to do the trades. But if his rook comes back over here, then I... Well, this is fine too. Is it? No, it's not. Because he'll take, I'll take, he takes, I take, moves, he takes here. I go up. If he takes, I take. I queen faster. It's fine. I queen faster, so this is a win. He should have calculated that before doing it. He's probably trying to calculate it now. It happens. I mean, I do it too sometimes. I calculate after the move. I think he's trying to do the same calculation now, and he probably realizes that it's a loss. So he's probably not going to take. If he moves rook anywheres, I'm just going to take this pawn here. And then I have a pass pawn. So now let's leave it like that. Hello. I'm not sure who just got on, but hello. I can take. Now I can call a check and take this pawn. If I take here and he takes back and I go up, I think I actually should be able to win. I really do. I really think that's a win. But I'm going to just keep my rook and take his pawn later on. Because if I take it now, his king can come in very quickly. So I want to stall and make him defend his pawn for a long time while I get my stuff going. I do plan on taking his pawn here, but I'm just not doing it yet. I don't know what he's doing, but that doesn't really work. Because I can just come up now. Like he just... And I can just come up and everything's pretty well guarded. I'll do this first. I'll be a little safe. Yeah, I kept this king over here. I plan on taking the pawn a long time ago, but this is a lot easier for me. So, I make a queen as a check as well. So, yeah, he can't make a queen now. I should probably just take it. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take this now. Take this. Everything's now in a pre-move, basically. A lot of pre-moves. All right, that's a good game. All right, yeah, he didn't calculate that earlier, so I would like to do analysis, but the way that I'm streaming, I stream tabs, and if I hit analysis, it will go to another tab, and it won't be showing the tab that I'm currently on. So that's not good. Now, would I be able to? Maybe I'm able to go over it like this. Yeah, I'm able to go over it like this without. Yeah, this is the Caracan, and the line that I use. This is the main line, but I play f3. The main line is knight f3. I think not an f3, but taking the pawn here. That's the main line. I go here, and it becomes very similar to the Blackmar, the Samir Gambit. And here, I took with the pawn because I wanted a castle queen side. So I was that, and I wanted to put these pawns up, which be very strong in the game. I do like the tactic that I seen here, and I kind of helped it out. So and that was really strong for me because I was able to come in. So it says I blundered somewheres, but that was a good game. We'll go again. All right, I'm back at 1500 again. Go ahead. I actually like looking at the flags. I already know it's Japan, but I have a habit of going over them sometimes. Makes me remember a lot of countries. Oh, okay, there he goes. I like playing the Blackmar Dasimir Gambit. So after he takes, knight f3, knight c3, he goes up, and I like the. Okay, well he's doing a different gambit. I'm gonna take this pawn here. If he takes back, I can just take his queen, and so I guess it's fine. That's what he wants to do. Nope. If I take this way, he can just take this pawn. So I've never played this before. I don't even know what this is called, to be honest. Sicilian Smith Moore Gambit. Never heard of that. Oh, let's see here. I can just save my pawn, which I want to do. If he takes, then I can take his queen. I be careful of traps and tricks because I don't know the opening. Normally, openings that I have learned, I know all the pretty solid moves, so I don't have to concern myself if something's a trick or a trap. I can't block with a3 because he'll just take, and if I take back, I lose my rook. So I'll have to block this way or with my bishop. And I want to start developing my pieces, but then if I do that, he can take, and my bishop's in the way, so I can't take his queen. So I'm going to go to c3 for that reason. I'm going to take this pretty soon. This is probably the last game for you guys, and then I'm going to go back to playing without streaming. I'm not entirely sure what else you can do. I mean, you can develop maybe. Move his queen here maybe. If he develops, I can always move a pawn up one. Just kind of kick it around a little bit. So you force him to go back and then maybe take it. So I know I gave myself an extra move, but I just wasn't sure what he would do. Okay, I could take. He might. If he does that, I can always go bishop to e3. I'm assuming he learned some type of trap or trick because this doesn't make any sense. And since he's taking a very long time, I didn't make the move. We still like playing traps at the level sometimes. It's kind of fun. Okay. Attacks pawn again. And this is the only way to defend it. I can about lose my piece here. I'm gonna defend it by using my bishop. This is an indirect defense. It's basically pinning the knight to the king, so he can't take it. And now if I now have to take the knight, and this pawn is perfectly fine. So I did everything to hold on to this pawn. He might be able to stop me from castling very soon. I might have to go here. Because if his bishop goes here, he can stop my castle. So, like, let's say if I just develop my knight, for example, he can just stop me from castling. So, I'm going to do this first, blocking this move so I can safely castle. I got to probably take this first, too, because I don't want to go here and then have my knight under attack. But he also can push up. I didn't think about that. I can push up, too, if that happens. Okay, this works. I can go up. He can attack it if he wants. He can attack it that way too. And defend this again. I don't know if you notice or not, but I do think about things a bit more than the way I used to at like 1300. I don't know if you remember my games at 1300, but I'm also missing lots of stuff too. So I'm assuming now to master is probably like 4 times the difference of like different lines and variations. I might think of like 2 of them. Supposed to be able to know more than that or think more than that. So I'm not moving the pawn up. It's defended twice, so it's okay. Oh, 3 times actually. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit because I'm gonna still do this. If he takes, I'll just take back with my pawn, or I can take with the bishop. If he takes, I can take. He'll take. I take. He takes. Oh, okay, so he wins the pawn back. I didn't realize that. I should have defended the pawn again. The only move to defend the pawn again would have been here, but that wouldn't have worked. So he wins the pawn back. Um, I guess. I mean, I have one pawn here, so I can take it with the bishop. Oh, wait, but I'll give him the bishop here. I don't know how important that is. I hear it a lot how important it is. I don't really get it. I mean, it is easier to move the bishop around target pieces than it is the knights. This is a light square, so this bishop won't be useful in promoting this pawn because it's not controlling the promotion square. So I can take it. That's fine. I can move my knight up, attacking this bishop and getting ready because I want to. What I want to do is I want to promote this. So I'm going to bring my pieces in and get stuff going and try to march it up. Since it's by itself, it's not blocked by a pawn. It's not going to be attacked by a pawn. So it's just free to move forward as long as I'm able to give it the room it needs. So I gotta take his pieces and find ways to defend it and push. That was bad. He has the bishop that defends that square, so it's not that bad. That would be good, I think, because it'll help control some squares while I'm trying to move this up. It's a little stressful. It's pretty even, I think, but at least I have a clear idea. I don't know what ideas he has. He has these two pawns. I mean, I would probably come up here. That way, if it's traded for any reason, let's say we trade everything for whatever reason, he would have these two pawns connected and passed, which would be better than this pawn being, you know, passed. So, yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, let me wait a second. He might try to pin that. Yeah, I'll attack it. My plan was both my rooks here to help support the push, so I can do that now, and I will still be able to push. So that's fine for me. And if he doesn't take it, okay, if he doesn't take it, I'm with my knight here just to have a really good square. I'm not sure if he's gonna take or not, but I pre-move captures just to save myself time, especially if I know I'm gonna capture back. All right, pawn. I can go here, and that's perfectly fine. I had to worry for back range checkmates, so yeah, these pawns always. When you have pawns like this, you always watch out for back rank checkmates. Always, that's like always have to. Now I can move this up one. Um, but he can move the queen here to threaten. But I can call it check, or I can promote check. I think this is safe. I have 5 minutes, so I'm gonna think about it. Um, let's see. He can even move his rook here actually, but then I can. If I do that, that'd be mate. So if I go up and he moves his rook here, I would be forced to move my pawn, and then let's say he moves queen here. Well, then I'll be able to. I think I'm safe. Looks safe. I can do it. Not much can go wrong. A lot can go right, so I'm gonna go ahead with it. And if he tries to defend this way, I can just threaten, so he can't defend that way. If he tries to defend, okay, good. Um, Now I can make sure my king is safe. And now if he tries to defend, I can, yeah. But the problem now is that everything's pretty tied down. And if I move my rook for any reason, he can just go here. But then again, I can take it. So I think I'm better off right now. I think I am. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like I'm better here. Um, these can get very confusing, to be honest. See, now if I go here, he can call a check. I can move up. He can take this. I can block. Um, there's no continuation for him, so I can call a check. He can take it, make a queen check. I think I'm fine. Yeah, I didn't see that. That was a very simple move. And I didn't see it, so I'm gonna suffer for that. He has one extra pawn in his past, so remember last time how easy it was for me to win like that from last game. This is gonna be the same for him. So I'm gonna start moving forward a little bit and try to get my king involved. He's gonna be doing the same. I probably should just resign, to be honest. I can't defend it because he just take it. So now he has these two here. It's like a monster. Um, I'm trying to defend it, but it's gonna be hard. I mean, I can call it check, but check. I'll take this one. I can do that. Drive his king away a little bit. Right, over. I mean, I don't know. I can try something. I don't really think it's gonna work, but yeah, that stops it. I can't even do that now because all right. Well, you might have to move back. I'm definitely not making this super easy for him. If I can break up this pawn chain, I'll have better chances of drawing. I take here, and he takes, and I take. Then what? Check, check. I think this is best. Oh no, he's making a queen. I can't catch it. Yeah, I can't catch it. Yeah, I can't. Ah, all right. That was a good game. I didn't even calculate that. As like I said, I sometimes like last time I won like this. I'm like, well, he didn't calculate the move before like I did. Well, this time I didn't calculate the move before. So, all right. Well, good games. Hope you guys enjoyed. I won. I think I won three. I lost one. All right, I gotta get going. Hope you guys learned something and enjoyed. So let me see where I'm at. Six 14. Yeah, it took me 7 hours to get like 400 points, but I'm trying to make sure that I'm at least 200 points above the second guy, so he doesn't catch up. I don't want them to catch at all, because I want to get to the next division. So the first day I went 7 hours straight, and I was like 400 points, and everyone else had like 100. So that's why I'm not doing the puzzles today. I'm gonna start doing games and explaining my games until this is over. Um, and then after this is over, I might do puzzles or games depending on where I'm at here. So, all right, like, subscribe, and share. I think my explanations are good for people. Um, Pretty much 1,200 and under. I think. Just to let you know how much I'm thinking and what I'm thinking about and what is required to, you know, do a little bit more. All right. Take care.